Do. Welcome, guys. It's Duane's Corner.
I feel like you don't need to start yours off with a song.
I know I don't need to start off with a song. I just felt like doing it this time.
Small tone. Do.
Kind of like... Anyways, so right now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but it's a TV show called Neon Evangelion. It's a great TV show from the 1995s. Shout out to the 90s childrens. Even though you're a 95 baby, you know, you can still roll with us sometimes. Don't get too happy though. I saw you get... when I said that, a bunch of them smiled because, you know, people was like, yo, if you born after you 95, you on the edge, yo, you ain't a 90s baby. But y'all can roll with us sometimes. Anyways, we're having a talk about the show.
Not really the whole show, really the last episode.
It's the last episode and an episode that happened like in the middle of the series that I couldn't find the right part to show her being my wife, because, you know, it's Duane's Corner. But yeah, it was really eye-opening. I feel like we've already discussed like half of it off camera, and I kind of feel bad that I wasn't recording, because I most have tried to record. I even pulled my phone over here to do it, so that way we could remember it and relive this later.
But you can go ahead and retell how you perceive the ending, and if you perceive it in a different way. Actually, you know what?
Go watch it,
and
then come back to us. Literally, we're like 2 minutes into the show, and the first minute and a half was just us talking random shit. So go watch the episode. It's the very last episode. It's the entire episode. It's like 20 something minutes. Just watch it, or watch the entire series over the span of 3-4 days like I did, and then come back to this, which is also cool. Because I don't really care if you subscribe or not. It's whatever right now. It's not my job. But like I was saying, now that you've gone and watched the entire series, or just the one episode, basically in the episode, they were explaining...
Spoiler alert.
Oh. Literally, no, forget the spoiler alert. I literally told you to go watch the TV show. So if you kept listening without watching it, that's on you. So revert the spoiler alert to no spoiler alert. It's your fault if you feel like it was spoiled alert. Anyways, hand me the lighter. Thank you.
Did you not use your
sight? No.
Yeah. Oh.
I wanted to eye it to see if there was a difference, because next time I'm going to use the sight.
Okay.
Anyways, one moment if you want to continue talking.
Okay, so basically the way I saw the ending was that every being on this planet is your perception, and everything that exists is you, and you are everything that exists. And if you perceive...
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And if you perceive...
I might cough more later.
a lot of bad in the world, that's because how... Because they talked a lot about self-love as well. Like,
yeah.
You need to...
Whatever you would...
Cough it out. Just cough it out.
I'm sorry. Here, it's your turn. Basically, it spoke about a lot of energy. If you are putting that energy out there, that something negative, you're only ever going to perceive the world in a negative view. But if you put the energy out there of something positive, positivity will come into your life.
Also, if you've ever seen anything with supernatural activities in it, you will feel this way. Or understand it to a sense that what you perceive is really your reality. So whatever you believe is going to come true. Whatever you think is going to come true. Literally, there was an episode also of Supernatural. I'll probably have to look it up. I'll link it in the bottom if I remember the season and the episode, because it's not as easy as just, the last episode. If I find it, I will link it. But there's this episode.
I've never seen this episode. So.
Where it's like a spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But I did link the video, so this is also your fault. This,
You didn't give the same explanation I did in the beginning about go watch it.
Alright, sorry, spoiler alert then.
Regardless, it's your fault. We've now talked about it for like a minute now. So anyways, no spoiler alert now.
So, literally, it is this house, an abandoned house or whatever, that people keep dying at. And it's really, basically...
Okay, so you're saying really and basically a lot. I need you to get to the point.
Okay, so it's a ghost.
Okay, it's a ghost.
Or it's a demon that copies whatever people perceive. So if the whole town was believing that this house was haunted, so it became haunted, you know? So they looked up how to kill this thing.
So the house is an alien.
But no, it's an actual thing of if people really believe something, you can create a monster. You can really create a monster by believing that there is one.
Oh, it's like magic.
Yeah. So I feel like we want to believe we live in this world where magic doesn't exist, but it does. And there's a huge part of us that forgets that. You know?
Right.
And I feel like, you know how people are like, oh, be careful what you say, or you can't think like that. It's because it actually is true.
Mm-hmm. I feel like back in the day, like way back in the day, when these little folk tales and little, I forget what they call these things, but ew. I guess I should hand this to you. Back in the day when these things were first like being started and people started saying it, I feel like they said it enough to where it gave it power to make it a real thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like us now in this technological age, like the more technology we got, the more we moved away from these folktales, which is why I want to say it don't have any power right now unless there's a large group of people in the area that believe it. But I feel like since we've stopped talking about it so intensely, that it's lost its power, and that's why when people say it to you, they make it more of a real thing, because you know the saying, step on a crack, break your mama back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people keep telling you that, eventually it's gonna happen, because eventually you're gonna think that it's a real thing, and then it's gonna just give it power.
And there's so much power in human beings, you know?
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know,
like we only use 10% of our brain, you know? So just think about that. If we're only currently using only 10%, who's to say that previously we weren't using more, which is why they have all these folktales about magic and this and that. You know, like, it could have been that extra part of our brain that could conjure shit up like that and make us immune to it. So, I feel like I got real hyped there. But no, but I feel like it's so true. I feel like I've been in this moment also. It's just fucking weird. I'm having deja vu again. What the fuck? I remember this hair. I remember there being a bow right here. Like, it was a third person chilling with us. I look up and it's a bright light. Why am I having so much deja vu?
Have you ever had deja vu the same time as another person?
Maybe. I don't exactly remember, but I feel like it has happened before.
Same.
Like, we were doing something, we both started like, wait, have we done this before? It's like, yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing. Have we done this before? Like, I don't think we have.
I just want people to react. This is how I knew you were the one. Slow tangent real quick right here. Is one time I feel like I had... The first time I told you I had deja vu, you literally did something different. Like, do you remember this? And you tried to, like, break me out of it. Because usually... When I tell people you're having deja, they don't know how to react. It's not like a sneeze where you automatically say bless you, you know? It's not a social norm. Usually, I don't think people say when they're having deja vu.
I feel like every time I have deja vu, I fucking say something. Because, like, why? Because why do I remember this, but I feel this is technically my first time going through it. And if it's not my first time going through it, what happened that sent me back here? What the fuck?
Listen, guys, find your person that also wants to know weird things about the universe, because...
But what if they don't want to know weird things? If you... That was a dumb thing, because if you don't want to know weird things about the universe, you probably aren't listening to this.
Right, why did you even get this
literally anyone listening to this right now, still, after I just said that, wants to know weird things about the universe. You are our people. We fucks with you.
We do, and we're glad that you're here.
I feel like no one's ever going to listen to this whole... Actually, you know what?
Anything,
I can't say that. I can't even say that, because I be getting shit from like 10, 15 years ago. That don't even sound right.
What? What are we talking about?
Like, it could be. Like years ago from YouTube, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, it'd be some random ass video that I never thought of looking up, and then I click it, and then literally after watching it, I look in the comments, and someone said that, oh, like this, if you got this recommendation in 2020. And because that shit was like most def posted like right at the beginning of YouTube. That's where like, why did I get this a recommendation? Who is watching this right now that it's recommending it to me?
Right.
Because I know I'm not watching it, but it could be a local thing.
Mm-hmm.
So who the fuck is watching this?
The real question is, what about it made them think you would want to watch it?
That's also what I want to know. But weirdly enough, the fucked up part is, I watch it because I'm like, why the fuck is this on my recommendation? Yeah. To try to figure out why they recommended it to me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just like, I'm like, I really shouldn't do this because it's literally just reinforcing the fact that I was going to watch it because it was their recommendation. But I'm not watching it because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to like this as a recommendation. I'm confused as to why the fuck they would recommend it.
Here's a question for the comments and also for you, babe. Okay, let's say there's an FBI agent over everyone's phone, everyone's life. You know what I mean? Like, this is your assigned person.
Wait, quick tangent. What if you were the FBI agent that was following me?
Uh-huh. I'm already forgetting what I was saying.
While you were following me, I looked up your name.
That would be fucking wild.
Right?
Don't you report that? I feel like that's something you have to report.
That's the thing. Like, oh man, like you've been over the case for like 5 years, and then out of nowhere they do some weird look, like they almost look right at the camera, mm-hmm. and then type in your name, and then cackle.
But I feel like that's Google. I feel like they have AIs watching us, because I feel like if you had an actual human watching, they're gonna form some type of bond, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can't get to know someone on such a deep level that...
Well, this is supposed to be your hypothetical about if they had people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they had people, who do you think your person would think that you are? Like, would you be an assigned person that they're like, I gotta go to work and deal with this guy again? Or do you think they'd be like, ooh, what the fuck is gonna happen today? You know?
Oh, I feel like they'd be like, ooh, what the fuck is going to happen today? Because they're also a gamer. So they're like, what is he going to do?
But that's what I'm saying. They're not going to assign someone that has anything similar to you because they don't want emotional attachment.
But you won't 100% know what I'm going to be into because you were assigned to me to watch over my entire life, correct? So you, not someone else, you have been watching me. Uh-huh. So they don't know that you they don't know that I like video games, right? I'm watching. They don't know that I like video games.
Why not? I feel like if you're in the FBI,
better
they
yet,
know everything about you.
It's not that they don't know I like video games. They don't know that this baby that they've instructed me to watch will like video games.
I feel like they would.
I don't think they will.
They will, babe, because they've known your parents' lifestyle.
But that doesn't 100% say who I'm going to be, though.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. True. So they couldn't really suss it out for if it was like humans watching over us.
That's weird.
It is weird.
But you know what? I feel like they want people watching, right? So they can get to know us. So they know what to recommend you. Right. So they can sell things to you. Because if I can know exactly what you want, I can make money. Because I know exactly what you want. And I feel like, is that the only reason?
Yeah. They're not even doing like we're examining humans in a way that will catalog how we've been changing since
They
we've gotten.
probably would.
But I don't think that's what they're doing currently. Maybe later on, but I don't think that that's what they're doing currently because I feel like people would feel like, I can't believe you're doing this. You have to get my rights to record me type bullshit.
Oh, also, if you've ever seen BoJack Horseman, I will link the episode.
Oh my god, BoJack right now would be amazing.
But there's an episode where, fuck.
BoJack gave me feels, man.
Yeah, BoJack was really good.
It was deep. Like you start off watching it thinking it's gonna be some hilarious shit, and not to say that's not hilarious, but yo, it goes from it being funny and kind of like ooh awkwardly quirky to god damn, is that my heart you're touching? Fuck, and then you're gonna tear up and everything. Mm-hmm. It gets that deep.
It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It makes you think about life.
It really does.
It's a very all around good show.
Low key, I want to thank BoJack Horseman TV show for making me the man I am.
Do you think so?
I think so.
It shaped you in some type of way.
I feel like any TV show I've ever watched, BoJack Horseman would be the first one that I feel like shaped me to become better.
Like shape you in what way? This is like super interesting. Like, what do you mean?
Like I feel like just watching it, like I feel like watching humans do it is kind of whatever. Like I'm not really paying attention to that because I feel like it's a fake story. It was just something about it being animals that sound like humans. That speak like humans, with humans mixed into it, that just put a lot of things into, like, understanding. Like, spoiler alert, because you probably aren't going to go watch all the BoJack Horseman. There's a part where he almost does the nasty with a high schooler. Right? And I feel like the fact that she was a deer and he was a horse was kind of like representing like all these really older guys creeping on a lot of younger girls because, you know, human trafficking is a really big thing right now. So I feel like through that representation of that awkward encounter where this grown-ass man who is clearly going through something, you know, almost did something unforgivable with someone so young.
Right.
And then also deer being quote-unquote innocent, right? So I feel like it was just showing that. And then when he, after all that is said and done and the repercussions happen, it's years later where he's old, where this has come out and is affecting his final years. And it's like, it was interesting to me to see someone who, in some way, shape, or form, after being such a horrible person, has actually tried to become a better person, but ultimately, due to the human complex of never forgetting, you know, he ends up living his final years in such dread because of it. Like, he can't do, like, there's nothing he can do that's right at this point. So, I don't know, there's something about that just made me be like, If I feel like I'm gonna do something bad, don't do it at all. It's not worth it because it would be something that you may think is gone. You live your life and then it comes up, and on top of it being something bad that you already feel bad about and remorseful of because you know about it. That now it's coming to light. So now not only is it affecting you mentally again, it's affecting your surroundings for the first time, you know? And that turbulent time where nothing you do is right.
I feel like I've realized that at a very young age, and I feel like you have as well. That because that's just the type of people that we are. Because how you said how you hit your head that one time.
You never did it again.
Right, and how old were you at that time when you realized like sometimes doing bad things momentarily is going to give me a world of hurt later on, and not only later on, but it's going to be something that's the rest of my life.
Right.
And I feel like that one time, Cassie, if you're listening, shout out to Cassie.
Boop, boop, boop.
That I don't know, maybe I was 3 or 4, and I tried to cut her. I don't know if I was trying to cut her hair or something. We were playing some type of a game. I don't know. But I cut her, like actually cut her arm. And she still has the scar to this day. And never lets me forget it, mind you. But you can't do something bad or is reckless. Because I feel like at the time I knew that my mom didn't want us messing with those kind of stuff. Right. For whatever reason. But we did it anyway. And now she got hurt because of it. And I feel like I don't want to... I feel like yours is a little bit different because all you did was hurt yourself.
Yeah, I hurt myself.
Which is transcending into your life as you grow older. Like, you do things more to hurt yourself than you do to hurt other people. And I feel like I do stuff to hurt myself more often than I do to hurt other people. Like, I always make sure other people are okay, even if it puts me in pain. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're the opposite. Where you will hurt other people if you have to, but that also causes you pain.
Right.
And I feel like that is a lesson to everybody that bad things are going to happen, but I feel like apologies go a long way. People don't realize that saying sorry can actually heal somebody, you know?
Right.
And second, that when those bad things happen, if the person you apologize can't forgive you, then you have to forgive yourself. Because some people just can't get past stuff. Right. And that's their prerogative, but you need to get it past your own person. Your own state of mind. Right. Because if they can't get over it, you need to get over it. Right. As simple as that.
It's crazy.
And I feel like those two things will be beautiful in our long trek to world peace.
Part of me feels like you had this preloaded to say, and that you were super excited that we started having this conversation because you're like, yes, I've been waiting to say this. But I know that's not something you would truly do. But it just felt like that the way you delivered it.
I feel like I literally wing everything, but plan everything in my head as well. But I never say the things that I plan to say.
Wait, so everything you've been saying is not what you've been actually planning to say?
No. What? I have when because this is what happens. A long time ago, Cassie, shout out to Cassie again.
Oh my God.
Sorry. But she said while she was taking her, associate's or bachelor's in communication, she told me that a lot of communication is more of listening to what the person said, pausing and absorbing it. Like, what did they really say? What was the meaning behind their words?
Okay.
And when someone else is talking, don't think about what you're going to say. Right. Only repeat exactly what they're saying in their head, word for word. You know, like when you're listening to a song, you know all the words, and you're humming it in your head, but it's the words going boom, boom, boom. That's how you should listen to someone talk. Huh. And then dissect what they meant by each word. And then think about it and then answer. And
it seems like so much.
It is a lot, but that's why communication is so hard, and that's why so many people don't know how to communicate. And that's why people don't get along with other people. Huh. Because I feel like that was what her job basically is as a communications. It's to help other people learn that fact about each other. Because that's how to communicate. And a lot of people don't know that. And I don't know why that's not just universally taught.
Was I ever taught that?
I wasn't until she told me.
Huh.
College, right? They try to teach you one good thing, and it wasn't even me that learned it.
Like, you got your one good thing from college right there. Now everything for college else is booty.
Actually, I feel like the one good thing from my college teaching studies that I learned for my major was to compare things that shouldn't be compared. Like how are bread cells affected by relationships?
Wait. You said bread? Bread.
Mm-hmm.
Bread cells are affected by relationships.
Mm-hmm.
They get eaten more.
It's an experiment that we would have to try with human studies.
How do you try this?
You would set up an experiment. Like you would go to a city and offer a bunch of grocery stores to do maybe a sale on buy one get one bread.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like a lot more people who have more than one person in their house would probably get more than people that are just buying bread just to buy bread. Like, how many sales would we get? And then, like, how will we even know if they're married or not? You would have to look at the census of that town to how many married people there are compared to how many people live near that certain grocery store. Like, that's literally everything that they taught me. Like, how could you write a paper
about that?
And, like, what would you need to look for?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was undecided, so I didn't.
But there's still something in college that you learn for the first time that you're like, oh, this isn't some basic ass shit that I learned in high school already.
Oh, I learned that things that happen during your childhood are the reasons why you do certain things as an adult, and why you feel certain ways about things, because all the actions back then, like, you either get this or you get enough or you don't get enough. And depending on which side you get at that point in life as a child growing up will directly affect you in your adult years with a certain negative trait. And I thought that shit was fucking crazy, because then I thought about it, and a lot of shit has made sense about a lot of people I've known.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It is.
I feel like...
I don't know why. You knew that, right?
Yeah, I feel like but I took a psychology class in high school. As an elective.
Not all of us have a fancy high school.
I don't think my school
Your
was
school
fancy.
was fancy.
I just took it as an elective.
Your school was fancy. It had a bank inside of it. Anyone whose school has a bank inside of it is fancy. Why do you have a whole ass bank?
I feel like
inside your high school?
I don't know. I don't know what the logistics was for it.
Do you know the most interesting thing that we had at my high school? The wood shop. Oh. That was like the most interesting thing there.
I don't think we had a wood shop though. I think the most...
Did you have a swimming pool?
No.
Did you have a really big gym?
Yeah, I feel like the gym...
Did you have more than one?
More than one gym?
Yeah.
I don't think we had more than one gym. I think we had like the gymnasium where the basketball court was, and then we had the tennis courts outside, and then they had the weightlifting room. So I feel like those were the three places that we kind of went for gym class.
They had a band room?
Yeah.
Auditorium?
Yeah.
Is the auditorium two floors?
No.
Okay. How big is the stage?
I don't know. I don't know how to measure it. I think I have a video on my phone of Kasi at the talent show if you want to know how big the stage was. You know what? It was kind of the same size as the one at the one in Pensacola where we went to go watch the thingy.
It's fucking big.
I feel like that's the average size of an auditorium though.
Yes.
But I feel like the coolest thing that our school really had was the bakery, though.
Y'all had a bakery?
I feel where they made freshly baked cookies, and when you go down that, if your class,
listen,
what?
Listen, we had a class for that.
Yeah, like home ec type class.
That's all we had. We didn't have a whole bakery.
You could take one of your electives can be working at the bakery. It's really hard to get into though. Trust me. It's
and you
very hard
said
to
your
get
school
into.
is not fancy.
But
y'all got a bakery and a bank.
This is the best thing about it though.
Y'all got a basketball court, I bet, right?
Yeah. Don't you have a basketball court?
Yeah, we had a basketball court.
That's normal school stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if you had a class in that hallway, you can smell when the cookies are done, and you could be the first in line. And when you get it, and it goes, and it's all melty. Oh man, them cookies used to be.
Why you do me like
bomb?
this?
But they were like $2 for one cookie.
Why you do me like this? I wasn't hungry until you started talking about some delicious ass cookies.
Yo, if you went to Timber Creek, Zenobia, if you're listening to
that
this,
school is fancy.
It's not that it was fancy. What was your favorite cookie? It was the Schmuckers kind of thing. The Odin.
Don't ask me. I didn't go to your little fancy school.
You know the chocolate muffins with the red letters on it in the plastic bags?
What?
The chocolate chip muffins. The chocolate on chocolate muffins. Do you know which ones I'm talking about?
No.
Whatever. Y'all, if you know what I'm talking about, they're chocolate. Actually, you know what? I'll probably link it. Alright, we finna go. We got way off topic. If you're still listening to us, fuck you, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't do them like that.
We
gotta go because my phone just hit 5% like I got an iPhone out here. but we gonna go. Yeah, until next time.
Bye.
She's so cute when she does that.